AEW is not signing a former WWE star, which, by the way, it's probably going to be a very chaotic situation in the coming months, especially with Royal Rumble coming up. There's been so many rumors and so much talk about this guy potentially joining the WWE, then not joining the WWE, then joining AEW, then appearing on TV for AEW, but then also being offered a contract in AEW. Turns out that's not happening. Plus, we're going to talk about Odyssey Jones. We all know that Odyssey Jones had left the company. He got released from the company. There was a ton of controversy surrounding him, but now there's a massive update on Odyssey Jones. And we do got to talk about a rumor killer on some major WWE plans. It's all coming up right here on the Ango Show. All right, guys, first things first, I want to kick things off with Odyssey Jones. I feel like this is such an important topic. I know Odyssey Jones isn't the biggest name in professional wrestling, but at one point, WWE was grooming him to be in a very massive storyline with the New Day. They already had it going. However, there's some very interesting information. Brandon Thurston wrote a report on postwrestling.com, and court records indicate former WWE wrestler Odyssey Jones, real name Omari Palmer, was granted an order of protection against his former partner in September of 2024, shortly after reports emerged of his release from WWE. Palmer's termination from WWE was reportedly related to domestic violence allegations, although the company has not publicly commented on the reasons for his release. In his petition to the 9th Judicial Circuit Court in Orange County, Florida, however, Palmer alleged he was the target of multiple incidents of harassment and threats from his ex-partner stemming from an incident on a cruise ship in May 2024, which he says included physical attacks against him. He also clarified, according to court filings, that his ex-partner's behavior was escalating and that he felt he was in imminent danger. Now, Post Wrestling decided to not name Palmer's ex-partner as she is not a public figure. Legal documents reviewed by Post Wrestling do not include statements from his ex-partner, and in an effort to obtain her side of the story, they reached out to an email address believed that belonged to his ex-partner, but they did not receive a response. To date, there are no known criminal charges or arrests that have been made related to these incidents. The Florida court on September 6, 2024, first granted Palmer a temporary injunction for protection against dating violence, a court order intended to restrict contact or proximity with the person named in the petition, often in response to the allegations of abuse or harassment. Judge Allison Hay Carestis has since extended the order twice, first for 2 months on September 17th through November 17th, and then again Monday, January 6, 2025 for an additional 3 years into early 2028. This means that Palmer will continue to have legal protections against any contact or harassment from his ex-partner during this period. Palmer's petition indicates that he and his ex-partner began dating in 2017 but separated in 2018. He claims that he had an order of protection against her in 2018 in Suffolk County, New York. He added that she attempted to file for an order of protection against him at the time as well, but he stated in the petition that her case was denied. The relationship resumed in August 2023, according to Palmer, although they did not live together. Palmer also mentioned a December 2023 incident at a hotel in Fort Lauderdale in which he alleges his ex-partner showed up uninvited and unannounced and attacked me in front of my friend and other witnesses. So there's so much more that goes into this. Obviously, you guys can see Post Wrestling's full report. Odyssey Jones did go publicly addressing the false allegations this past weekend. He says that they are coming from a party that he used to engage with, and he basically apologized for taking so long, and then he is taking bookings in 2025. So listen, this whole situation with Odyssey Jones is just proof that, you got to be careful who you date and who you interact with, and you really got to get to know people, because whatever their situation is, obviously it cost Odyssey Jones his job. And I think a lot of people immediately resorted to, hey, you're guilty, you're guilty, you're guilty. And I think a lot of people looked at that as hey, we don't rock with you. We'll see what happens, obviously, with the court orders, but it's a strange situation. And that brings us to our next topic in today's video. We're going to keep it nice and short, but earlier in today's video, Bad Bunny, speaking of Rolling Stone, talked about bringing WWE Backlash to Mexico. He wants to be involved with the the WWE again. There's been a lot of talks that WWE Mexico City, it's happening for Backlash. PW Insider has offered a quick update, and they've reported that several people in WWE have said Bad Bunny's claim is actually incorrect. They were told that there are no current plans for that event to emanate from Mexico. So WWE is just straight up killing this rumor right away. Obviously, WWE is planning to go international. There's rumors that Italy would be next, Mexico would be in the mix. Obviously, when you make a video talking about certain things and then WWE kills it right away, it's really important that we keep you guys updated. So that's the reason why you guys should subscribe. By subscribing to the channel, you guys will be notified and you guys will be updated along the way, especially on topics like this where it's a big rumor and Bad Bunny's talking publicly about it. Obviously, WWE isn't going to outright confirm anything until they do. So it will be interesting to see if they do announce Mexico, but they're coming out and saying, look, we don't have plans for this. They're trying to kill it right away. And obviously that's really important that we keep you updated. So make sure you guys click subscribe for that reason. That brings us to our final topic, and I'm getting tired of talking about this, guys, but Matt Cardona, he was on the Ariel Helwani show, and he did confirm that Dave Meltzer was wrong. He was not offered a contract from AEW, which makes this really insane. He talked about the process. Basically, he got a call. Hey, do you want to be on AEW? You want to work Hammerstein Ballroom? Matt Cardona did this independently, free from GCW. He took the booking. He worked Hammerstein Ballroom, went up against Chris Jericho. He was happy with his experience, but he does outright deny that he was offered a contract from AEW. And there was a ton of talk from Dave Meltzer that Matt Cardona was not only offered a contract from AEW, but that he would be potentially signing with the company. Basically, Matt Cardona is confirming that's not the case, which makes me really interested to see whether or not he shows up at the Royal Rumble. Listen, I'm going to be very, very real with you guys. I think Matt Cardona is a great talent. There's been tons and tons and tons of rumors that he would be joining the WWE. We are on the road to WrestleMania. If Matt Cardona is going to join the WWE, the right time would be the Royal Rumble. Now, with that being said, I do kind of wonder and I do kind of question as to why maybe AEW did not sign Matt Cardona. This guy has been absolutely killing it on the independent scene. He's got great character work. He could go in the ring. This is somebody that is of value, especially when there's talks of an ROH TV deal. You know, it would make a lot of sense that Matt Cardona kind of becomes the front man for the Ring of Honor brand. But there's a lot of question marks surrounding AEW, and I don't think AEW will be able to get a commitment from Matt Cardona. He's also been very public about one day wanting to be back in the WWE, but of course that comes with his own terms. The Zack Ryder character is dead. Now, listen, this is a suggestion. I've made this before once on the channel, but if I'm the WWE and I'm bringing back Matt Cardona, bring him into the Royal Rumble at number 2 or number 3. Have him come out. Have the Zack Ryder music hit. Have some distortion, a wacky transition into his new theme and reveal Zack Ryder's gone. It's now Matt Cardona. I think that right there would be the perfect way to pick up his WWE return. Let him go to SmackDown. Chelsea Green is the Women's United States Champion. He could go to SmackDown. He could work with his wife. Matt Cardona could do a lot of great things in WWE. They're building out this mid-card on SmackDown. It's improving a lot. You got Andrade and Carmelo and Nakamura and LA Knight doing some things with the U.S. title. Bring in Matt Cardona, let him go and build his stock in WWE. And then if they feel like ever the time is right for him to become a world champion, they could absolutely go that route if the time ever presents itself. But I do think this would be a really good thing for WWE to bring him back. Clearly, AEW isn't signing him for whatever reason, whether that's him not having interest or AEW not having interest, I don't know. But at the same time, too, the indie god, Matt Cardona, should be on weekly television. I'm not saying he's got to be world champion. I'm not saying he's got to be the most massive feud, but this guy is too good to not be on TV, and he has that experience from before. So if we don't get it at the Royal Rumble, who knows what's going to happen. But AEW is not signing him, and he clarified that. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the Ango Show.